Show has graced the studios. Long time no see and no hear.
How you guys doing, man?
Thanks for staying in touch, Henry.
Yeah. Oh, hey, last time we talked, I called you, and you were calling me back.
We'll be back.
And Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
Without him, brother.
We're back 15 minutes past the hour, the Rick and Bubba Show. 877-WE-BE-BIG is our toll-free number. Returning to the program, Henry Cho is here. Henry, good morning.
Good morning, fellas. Good to be back.
Henry, we deal with a lot of funny people, but I'm going to tell you, you're right at the top of the list.
Oh, well, thank you very much. You know, I do tons and tons of radio shows, and you guys are, like, in there.
And you guys are one of them.
And you're one of them. Yeah. No, you're my favorite.
See, I had that line and I skipped on it.
I know, you were nice. You were nice, and I just couldn't let it pass.
Sure,
but, No, you guys are my favorites. Congrats on the success, and it's. You know what I love about you guys actually being on TV is that, man, y'all clean up in the morning.
Yeah, we look good.
You look good. I am impressed. I came in, there's no hats. Y'all did your hair. I like it. I like it.
We're really changing the way we do things for TV.
You know, that's right. And the good thing you can't smell on TV. That's the only problem.
Yeah, if they get that scratch and sniff perfected, we're in trouble.
You're off the air.
Well, man, you know, we were discussing earlier in the program after I went through the trauma of a friend of mine for 20 years is now dating my sister.
I heard that on the way in.
So if we can move off that, it'd be great.
Okay.
But I know you probably have a few more barbs you'd like to throw, and that's fine.
No, that's fine. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you have a sister?
Yeah, but I wouldn't let none of my friends date her.
Okay, so you understand.
Yeah,
where
actually, my friends are nice enough not to date her. You know.
Yeah, well,
plus one has told you a lot of stories. From
that's all you want. That's all you want.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, because you know next time he's hanging out, playing on the golf course, and you're not there, Rick.
Yeah.
You know who's starring in the story now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Y'all know Rick's sister? Well, let me tell you what she can do.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, I know.
Sure.
But we were discussing, guy friends versus women who are friends. And with us, it's happened with you, and it's happened with you, and we all do. We can, see each other for a lot during a period of time, and then, vanish.
Right.
Not see each other for years, and then pick right back up.
Right.
See, if we were women friends, they get into the, who was the one who called last?
Exactly.
And how come you hadn't been calling? Because, I have to, keep a record. All right, who are we currently liking this week?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Well, your wife has that
who's
list.
out? Right,
That's
with
right.
wives. All right, with us, once you're a guy friend, you're just a guy friend.
That's right, you're in.
Unless you do something, horrible, like try to, flirt with your wife or date your sister.
Date your sister,
right,
you're out.
Yeah, but that's really the only thing that can kill it, though.
That's it. If you mess around with someone in your family,
you have to ask the question, on the chart, is dating your sister as high as flirting with your wife? Or is that as high as grope? I mean, what?
You know what? I think it's right up there, but that's the, he took a bullet. He's like going, well, you know what? My friendship with Rick or dating a sister, which one is gonna...
Well, my sister's an attractive woman.
I know she is. We all know she is.
She looks just like Rick in the
3 times. So
right. Back when you were dating her,
back when I was dating her, I thought she's fine. Let me tell you some stories, boy. But
Henry, where are you living now?
I live in Los Angeles. We moved back there 2.5 years. Hang on.
When you sold your farm, I was hurt.
We all
you
hated it.
Oh, man, everybody hurt.
And that drive back to Arab, Alabama, wow.
You know what? I just dropped my wife and kids off at Arab last night on my way down here.
Did you say kids, plural?
Yeah, Grant's one. Grant, I got a
See, now that's when we haven't talked.
That's right.
It's been too long when you've added a kid.
When I add a kid and you don't know, that's bad.
That's not good.
But I'm telling you, last time I called was about a year ago, and I'm like a woman. You didn't call me back, so I'm not calling you. But,
no, I thought we got all that worked out.
No,
it was a cell phone message. I remember it.
That's right.
Now, I didn't return it, but I remember it.
Didn't we leave you one back saying we couldn't come?
No, I never got nothing. And that's okay. But I know you guys
are... That's pretty much a no.
Yeah.
You know what?
So you left us a message, and it had something we're supposed to follow up on in it?
Well, he invited us to a golf tournament, and we couldn't make it, and we tried to work it out, and we still couldn't make it.
And then when we're standing on the tee box, and we're doing a shotgun start, and y'all weren't there, I went, well, they ain't coming.
I have reached the conclusion they ain't going to make
it. Where's Rick and Bubba? No, I swear I know them. They'll call me or something.
Right.
Did y'all see me on Designing Women? Yeah.
And unfortunately, because we didn't follow up on it, you thought, well, they might still be coming.
No, you know what? We had
Tell me we were on the promo. Tell me we were on the paperwork.
You were on the paperwork. No, you weren't. But we had a group for you if y'all showed up. I said, knowing them, they may come in to do the Titans game. They may show up here at the golf course.
But now I do remember that cell phone. Okay. It was about a year ago.
It was a year ago. Because we actually just had the second annual golf tournament. And
no call this time because you don't want to go through that rejection again.
Well, I knew you couldn't. No, because here's what Bubba and I were talking about. There's another radio station that sponsors the tournament, or actually a company that
Is that the
sponsors
one
it.
we used to be with?
No, but I thought that was the conflict. So, and I was actually even told by some people saying, you know, I don't know if they can play it. And I go, look, I had 2 stipulations for attaching my name to this golf tournament. I picked the format, and I invite who comes.
Right.
So,
What was the format?
It's a modified scramble. You hit the bet. You know, everybody hits a drive from the best drive. You play your own ball in. So you're playing golf. You're just playing from the middle, and then you take 1 score out of 5. And you know, Bill Engvall played this year, and
we
Tom
had Bill on the
Parks,
show. Bill.
Hey, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he doesn't like y'all. We
Really?
I tell you, Bill's a great guy. Bill and I.
He invited us hunting at his farm in Texas.
Oh, he told you it was in Texas? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you need to go to New Mexico. But anyway.
I knew we shouldn't ask him about James Gregory. I knew it.
I knew it was, that was a mistake.
That's what came up. He asked me about that.
But your name came up in that conversation.
Well, you know what?
Because you know what we said?
What did you say?
And it's all positive. It's not bad.
Huh?
We said you had told us the story has 2 sides.
You're
not
right.
exactly
Yeah, you were
getting
defending him, and we, you know,
we told him you
understood what
defended.
you're
That's
saying.
right. Well,
So-
Bill's one of my best friends.
Because we could have threw you under the bus.
He's
He
a
could have.
funny man.
His son's my godson. You know, that's how close we are. And
Well, I
it
bet
was
that's
weird.
strange.
It was weird because like 10 years ago, you know, he goes, "Hey, will you be Travis's godfather?" And I said, "Man, I'm not even, you know, Catholic. I'm not Italian. I didn't know what to do, you know. So I just went out and killed my brother Fredo." You know? Isn't that great? Oh, I love that joke. I never get to do it, so that was fun.
Yeah, but you picked here to do it. Thanks.
Well, yeah, that's great.
I love
Anyway,
watching a professional work,
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah, and we volleyed for him and didn't even know it.
They had no idea.
Yeah.
No, but Bill's great, and you know, Ingvall came, and Gary Mulder, and I had a bunch of comedians, a bunch of actors. I tell you, here's my favorite thing about actors. You know, we fly 20-something guys in for this thing. All right, we give them all the information you need to get from the airport to the hotel. We got a limo sign and their name. All the comics, you know, heck, they know, they travel.
Yeah.
My actor buddy calls me, "Hey, I'm in the airport. What do I do now?" And I'm going,
Just keep moving. Just keep moving. Somebody will find you.
Yeah, I go, "What?" He goes, my bags are like going around. What do I do? I go, "You're kidding me, right?" He goes, "No, who gets them? Do I get them off or does somebody get them off?" I go, "Are you for real?" He goes, "Dude, I'm an actor. I don't do anything."
Right. I just show up at the set and people get me there.
And I go, "You have got to." I said, "Let me tell you something. Just take the bag off. It's moving kind of fast." He said this. I go, "Did you notice how everybody else kind of got their bags?"
They pulled it off like the old
pull it
lady.
off. Yeah, old lady, little kids. I think you can handle it. Just, you know, walk with it. It's kind of like a moving sidewalk. You got to be ready. And I said, go with it. Just kind of walk with it and pull your bag off.
And if you have an actor who is a friend and he runs up to you and says he's glad to see you, you never know if he's telling the truth or not.
There you go.
You know, that's all
right.
Well, it's just like I've said this. I want to hold, and you maybe need to do this for actors, a halfway house between people leaving radio and TV and getting in the real world. Because, I mean, a guy like, he said, I retired from radio. He said, "Hey, I went in this place. Do you know they sell CDs?" And I said, "Yes." You know, teach them how to buy movie tickets. All right, they actually sell them.
They sell
You know
them.
what I mean?
That's right. You see that
because
over
we
there?
get everything for free. We don't know how to buy anything.
Right. You see that over there where people are standing like, you know, looking at each other's back? That's called a line.
Right.
That's a line.
Right. People stand in line for
They
tickets.
stand in line for stuff like that. But I'm serious. This guy, and so he gets his bag. And he called me 5 times. I'm playing golf with the
High
other guy.
maintenance, yeah.
5 times on one hole to get him to the car. And my favorite was, finally I said, "Look, the guy, go downstairs to the lowest level, go across the street. Guy's going to be standing by the car with a sign." "Okay, is he by the car?" "Yeah, he'll be by the car." "Will he be inside?" "Yeah, you're so special, he gets to drive his car in the airport." Yeah. I'm like, you know, and then later on he's like, "Man, I'm sorry, man, I didn't know what to do." And I go, "That's just sad, man." I said, "What do you do when you go traveling with your kids?" He goes, "Oh, we don't travel."
No joke.
No joke. And he was dead serious.
Right, you thought he was like making a joke.
Yeah.
The good news is he's not dating your sister, though.
That's the great news, and the other great news, he doesn't have to come next year if I don't want him to.
You're right, yeah. So
No, he's coming. I'm
Will,
just kidding,
will
but-
there be another one that we can like redeem ourselves?
I would love for y'all to come
Because
next
you know
year.
I don't play golf, but I can hang out.
Well, that's great. I will send you guys an invite next year. I
I
promise
used to
you.
play golf until Fuzzy Zeller destroyed me this year
Yes,
on our round, and
yes.
I haven't even picked a club up since.
What-
Did you play here with him?
Yes.
Yeah, he told me about
What a cut-up.
that. Mm-hmm.
You know, not only does he talk during his backswing, he talks during yours and everybody else.
Yeah, Fuzzy, the rule with Fuzzy is it's not no talking, it's no touching.
Right, yeah.
That's kind of
He was on me out of the gate so hard that I never, Rick, it was like, you know, being sacked by Kurt Jarvis. I never had a chance.
And I thought it was so inappropriate because he said, I guess since I'm playing with Bubba, I guess the meal will be fried chicken and collard greens. I said, well, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. How about watermelon? Throw that in.
How about this? I was going to deliver him a watermelon on the first tee, and Gene Hallman forbid it.
Oh, really?
He said no.
See, it's your turn, we could do something.
Yes, you could.
As a matter of fact, you would ask us to.
I would beg.
He didn't go, you will never play in this tournament. He said, I'll burn your house down. It's that bad.
That's funny, man.
Henry Cho Comedy Club start on Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah, tonight, and Friday, and Saturday.
So you're there tonight, Friday, and Saturday night. If you've never seen Henry Cho at work, as we have said on the program, and it was not sucking up, because we didn't even know if Henry was in the car yet, you really do need to see him. He is absolutely one of our favorites. We'll come back. Lisa in Nashville says she knew Henry when he had his farm because they went to church together.
There you go.
We'll talk to her when we come back.
Rick and Bubba.
We're back. It is 30 minutes past the hour. Comedian, actor Henry Cho is our guest. Henry,
hey, man.
It's so good to have you back.
It's great to be back. You know what? Some places you go and you know the people and it's just familiar, but this is like, you know, coming home here, man. This.
All right, did you just do the intro to the sitcom Cheers? Did that just happen?
I did.
I did.
Everybody
come in. I know. You know, I come in. There's Speedy. There's Don. It's great, man.
And they're good. And
the elevator didn't work, just like being home.
Yeah, it is. You're back on the road again, doing a little stand-up. Are you enjoying that again? How long you been back out?
You know what? I'm going back. Here's the crazy thing. This holiday season, you know, I remember we did the, I saw you guys at the Amy Grant's Christmas.
Yes, and we had a blast.
Well, I'm going out with her this Christmas.
Let's clarify.
Gil, how does he feel about that?
Let's clarify.
Well,
that's showbiz talk. You're going to be going on tour with them.
No, Amy and I are dating. But anyway.
How about Amy? Is very nice, and she has been a pleasure to me. You know,
yeah,
she's so nice.
She's great. Amy Grant asked me back in February if I would join her Christmas tour.
Oh, yeah.
Well, how cool.
Yeah, so it's me and Vince and Amy and...
W going to this time?
I'm sorry?
Michael W.?
No.
I know he did one year.
Yeah,
he's got his own tour. But I don't think he's on tour with y'all some too.
He might be. But we're doing 20 dates in 24 days or something like that.
Oh,
and I told her, I go, you know, you singers are crazy. I go, I'm a comic. You know, we work like, you know, I work like every other weekend or something.
Right.
So what do you do, Christmas humor?
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. She said, you know, I want 15 minutes of just Christmas stuff. So I said, great. And so I'm like been doing it now, you know, since like June. I'm going to comedy clubs doing Christmas jokes.
I bet that's working.
Oh yeah, it's killing, baby. so
we saw the movie The Comedian.
That's it. So I tell Vince this, and Amy Grant says, you know, so Vince tells me you're practicing Christmas jokes now. I go, hey Amy, I don't get to go in the studio and go, hey, let me hear that back. Hey, let me try this one. I got to do jokes. Right. I have two options. I can either do them now and prove it to myself whether they're good or not, or I can just wait till we have 15,000 people and try it. However you want to do it. Sure.
You know, the only thing worse than that is having to completely come up with a whole new bit every day.
Yes. Yeah. It'd be like being in radio.
Yeah,
that would be the worst thing in the world.
Well, it's just like now we're on TV, the home of reruns.
I know.
And they won't run reruns.
I know. Can you believe that?
When we're not on, that doesn't even make sense to me.
That makes no sense.
You know, and like you'll look, and there'll be reruns all day till we're back on. Then if we're not live, nothing.
Nothing.
No, they'll run them.
I said you're in TV. You're supposed to rerun.
They'll run them day and night once we have a highly rated show on MSNBC.
That is so funny, man.
Terrible.
God, that's great.
So anyway, so you're out. That's what you're out sharpening for the tour.
Sharpening for the tour. So you know, I've been doing a little more stand up in clubs than I normally do. But you know, so I do my show, and then like halfway through, I just
give us a Christmas joke.
All right, buddies. I just got to. I said, okay, people, thanks for coming. You know, but I'm working on something I got to work on. So imagine you just had Thanksgiving dinner.
That's good.
And I pull out my pad.
You own me, though.
I pull out my pad and paper, and people just kind of look at me, and I go, "Swear, this is important." You know?
Yeah, right. Well, now that we saw Jerry Seinfeld's Comedian, where he's trying to develop his new thing,
right?
And how did you not get in that movie?
You know what? I was at the Comedy Magic Club when they were shooting, but they gave me a nod, and I said, so.
You waved them off.
I waved them off. You know why? I'd end up on the cutting room floor anyway. So this way I can say, I didn't want to do it.
Yeah, well, no, but you know the thing is, and then Chris Rock did on the sharpening his new deal, and like we saw him, he came down, and he same thing. He had the legal pad, a big yellow piece of paper.
Yeah, that's
look, and he would go. You could see him like going, where am I? You know what I mean? And it's like, but after seeing the movie, you know, it didn't really shock you. But
the thing that is so shocking about that is,
exactly.
You know, when you say Jerry Seinfeld, I think he is funny. Everything he says is funny. It just comes right off the top of his head. It's automatic. He doesn't have to work at it. He just goes through life. because that's how we've done it. I assumed everybody did, you know.
Yeah.
And
Really?
you know,
Not all stars are talented.
and when you see him on stage in this little bitty club where there couldn't be more than 100 people tops packed in, and he comes off the stage and says, "Well, that was like being at the zoo and the monkeys throwing you know what," and I think, well, you know what, I feel better about my day.
That's it.
Oh, the best line he has in the whole movie when people are doing nothing and he comes off and he looks at his manager, he goes, "How big do you have to be?"
Right, exactly,
It
exactly.
doesn't get any bigger than me.
I know, I know.
You know, and you still bomb.
But it's the same thing. That's stand-up. I was down at Conway Magic Club in Hermosa Beach, and Billy Crystal, and this was like a few years ago, and he was hosting the Oscars and stuff, you know. He came down to work on a set, and I mean, just tankety-tank for 10 minutes, just ate it like a dog.
Yeah.
And he came off, he goes, "Henry, let me tell you something. When you get bigger, and you will, your name carries you for 40 seconds.
That's it.
And then
they want you to make them laugh.
You got to be funny." He goes, "It never changes." And sure enough, I mean, I sat there, and because he goes, "Because you saw what I just attempted."
Yeah. Yeah.
He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "It's just like the first time I ever went on stage. The whole time I'm up there going, don't you know who I am?"
Well, you know, that's the thing.
Right. You know what a treat it is that I'm here?
Well, you think you can buy, and that's what they said, same thing. It buys you I liken it to a football game where the band's playing, the crowd's going, ha, ha, and everybody's jumping up, down, and all of a sudden, well, now it's a game.
That's right.
Now after the first hit, okay, now we're playing.
Game time.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know,
That's it.
and the people want to laugh no matter how big you are.
Right.
If you're
they
not
try.
funny.
Yeah. And that's the only thing. And Billy even said, you only have to be kind of funny, and they'll like you.
Right, because we want you to be funny.
He goes, "That's how bad I did."
Yeah, if you're a no-name,
when you get him nothing.
If you're a no-name, we're like this.
Right.
But if we've heard of you, we're there to kind of cheer for you.
That's right.
And we go, yeah, that was kind of funny. We'll give you a couple of charities.
Yeah, get a couple charity laughs. And
yeah,
but
that's it.
That's it. Got to be funny.
It's to me, of all the things that I have attempted in the entertainment business, that is the most difficult. You know, if you're in a band, you can look at each other if you're bombing, and you can jam, and you can just forget they're not looking.
Right.
You know, on here, I don't know if they're liking it or not.
Right.
I have no idea.
Right, exactly.
I'll get some email. I'll kind of get some semblance. I'll run into somebody months from now. They go, you know, it was on a Thursday. It was about 3 weeks ago. I was really laughing. I don't even remember what it was.
Right, exactly.
But when you're standing up there, mic, light, people.
Right.
Horrible.
Oh,
it's the most difficult thing to do.
And it still is. And every time you go out, like you said, it doesn't matter. Like Jerry said, how big do you have to get? It doesn't matter. It does not matter. You will be judged. And the crazy thing is, you're judged every joke. You can be killing and do one thing, and then it's, you know.
Or you have an off night. I mean, everybody feels bad. Everybody has things happen.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's electricity gets cut off in the middle of the week. You know, stuff like that.
I am off more often than ever. So.
Well, Colin Quinn, the great line there, he says, "When do you know you're doing well?" He goes, when everybody's laughing, I'm killing, and I'm totally miserable.
That's it.
He goes, "That's when I know it's right."
Right.
How about that? How about that guy on me
the
and that?
exact opposite. I know I'm doing great when I can hear people eating nachos. Then I know I'm right at that cerebral level.
Changing gears here just a little bit, Rick.
Betty Bussey, Bill's wife, is on the hotline. Betty, good morning. What's going on?
Hey, I was just driving.
Hey, honey, I love you.
Love you too. You're looking a little pale this morning.
Thanks, honey. Well, look, you got to think what we've been through here.
Oh,
Kurt Jarvis came in here just dropping bombs, you know.
I haven't seen him, you know, when he nearly died last week, he was the color I've named Casket Gray.
Yeah.
I know. Well, as many calls as I've been getting this morning, I thought Bill had passed out again. I didn't know what was going on. And the last I heard, wasn't Kurt saying something about being hotter than Georgia asphalt or something?
Yes, that did happen.
I heard that quote, and I thought, well, Kurt's on.
Hey, Betty, Henry Cho here. Good talking to you.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
You probably remember me best for thinking you were from Arab, Alabama, and I thought, well, he could have been adopted.
That's right. I could. You know what? That's the only way I could be from Arab.
Well, I know, but anyway, I didn't know. How did I know that you weren't adopted? I'm sorry.
Well, no. My parents didn't care at all.
Betty, you know those adults that were standing around that looked just like him, they didn't care.
They didn't care. You sitting there looking right at him. I thought you was adopted.
Betty's never been big on geography, and I had to convince her that Seoul was not close to Guntersville.
Yeah.
And
that was great. Yeah.
Well, Betty, the horrible news is out.
Well, I know, but I didn't realize he was talking about that today or whatever. You know, and all of a sudden I start getting all these cell phone calls. People are stopping me at the school saying, hey, I'm not sure about Rick's sister dating Kurt. You know, and all that. I thought, what kind of life has Kurt had that we just don't know about?
Now,
you
Betty,
know
what you're trying to tell me is you got, you know, when I passed out on the air, you got some cell phone calls.
Yeah.
Oh,
But you're
nothing
saying
like this.
you're saying
No.
you're getting more phone calls, people wanting you to warn Angie than the when I almost died on the air.
It's bedlam. I mean,
And you had somebody stop you in line at the Christian school dropping off our children.
well, I hope, yes, I did. And I hope Angie's listening, because I don't have time to call her and tell her everything I've been told, but just check him out, Angie, I guess. I mean,
That is hilarious.
That's what we're afraid of.
I'm going to get a pickup truck. I'm going to put Mickey Dean and Kurt Jarvis in the back of it, and I'm going to dump them at the altar at the church. And we're just going to pour water on them and clean them up the best we can.
A scrub brush and a baptism, all in one.
I mean, have y'all had a background check run on him? I mean, really, I tell you what.
Betty, here's the horrible part. I've known Kurt for 20 years.
Uh-huh.
We've been in a lot of road trips, riding side by side, at times both of us single. And there's nothing they could tell you that I didn't already know. That's why I look also casket gray.
Casket gray. That's good. Yeah, that's great.
It's so funny you say that, because I look at him and I say, well, now Rick's known him for a while, so he ought to know.
Yeah. All I can say is saved by grace. That's all I can say. That's all I can hope for.
Yes.
Thank you, Betty.
Okay. Well.
Thanks for making it worse. Appreciate it.
See you, Betty.
Bye.
Rick, and the email I'm getting over here, please, ladies, if I can just narrow it down to keep it in one folder, just put Kurt in the subject title.
Yes.
You do not have to spell out other words or abbreviate the letters S-O-B.
That's great.
Lisa's in Nashville. Speaking to church, Lisa, Henry Cho, you know, Tennessee is saddened that the Chos have moved.
Yeah, I know. And who would have thought that would happen?
I don't know. Henry, this is Lisa. Lisa and Mike, and we went to West End together.
Hey, Lisa and Mike, how you doing?
Good. We miss you guys a lot.
You know what? We miss you guys, too. Amy was there last Sunday.
Oh, you know, that would be great, because we've moved on from West End, so we wouldn't have gone to church with you if you'd stayed. So
where you guys
Woodmont Hills.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, Amy went last Sunday and said she only saw about half the people that we normally used to see.
Yeah. Things have kind of changed there, but I would love to see the kids.
Oh, they're great.
I didn't realize you'd had a second one.
Yeah, Grant's 1 and Jackson's 3.5, and you know, it's the same old. You know, people always asking, you know, hey, how they doing, and do they sleep through the night? And we're like, yeah, as far as we know.
Because you're asleep.
Yeah, you know, they go, hey, don't you hear them at night? No, man, we turn the fan on, okay? Daddy's got a tea time.
Daddy's got a tea time. Well, you know, and we talked about this when you were having, your wife was about to have Jackson. You know, I've often said the upgrade from 1 to 2 is harder than 0 to 1. There's a freaky time 0 to 1, but then it gets okay.
Yeah, once
1 to 2 never goes away.
Yeah, 0 to 1. Once you stop running in there and making sure they're breathing.
Yes.
With the infrared camera.
Yeah, exactly. Then you're okay. And then the crazy one is from 1 to 2. It's like there's no time now.
No, Daddy gets a baby now.
Yeah. You know, it used to be, hey, honey, I'm gonna go to the restroom.
Yeah.
You know, now it's like, okay, when can I go?
Yeah, you have to plan going to the bathroom.
Yeah, when can I go?
And then usually the one that's yours will just go in there with you and stand there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, not that he would ever do what you're doing, so you can get him out of those training pants.
That's
but
right.
You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. And you're sitting there just going, you know, yeah, we have toys in there now just for that.
So my 2-year-old walked in and he was following me around. I said, hey, buddy, I'm going to show you this one more time. and I said, you think you could do this for us? He goes, no. He just tell you straight up, nah, I'm good with my diaper thing right now. You know, I see no reason to upgrade to this.
No, that takes too much time.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you, show him what he can do to an ant bed, he'll have a whole new look at it.
Well, I tried to get him to fire, and he froze on me. I said, it's an ant bed. It's perfect. Fire right on it.
That's hilarious.
We'll be back. Henry Cho, we got more phone calls. Henry back out on the road. Birmingham, he will be visiting there tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday night, the Comedy Club Stardome. Get your tickets by calling 205-444-0008 or go to stardome.com for Henry Cho this weekend. We'll be right back.
Rick and Bubba's in Ohio!
Rick and Bubba.
Pass the gravy, please.
Rick and Bubba.
Ooh, it brings me to my knees.
Rick and Bubba.
I can't start another
Rick and Bubba.
day without 'em, brother.
Rick and Bubba.
Ooh, there is no other
Rick and Bubba.
waking on their blubber.
Rick and Bubba.